Dismissed Mayor Alice Guo, whose real name was revealed to be Guo Huaping during a congressional probe into Philippine offshore gaming operators, will run for re-election as Bamban town mayor next year. In an interview at the Department of Justice on Friday, October 4, Guo's legal counsel, Attorney Stephen David, says that Guo will be running for mayor of Bamban, adding that she will file her certificate of candidacy for the mayoralty bid next week. According to David, Guo's possible re-election bid will determine whether or not she still deserves to hold a government position.
Maganda kung tumakbo siya para malaman natin kung mahal pa ba siya ng tao. Diba? Kasi right now, maraming negative publicity, marami rin na nagsisympathize, marami rin na sila gawang mabuti sa bayan ng Bamban. Marami pa rin nagpapakal sa kanya. So, yan, napakinig sa ko. Kung bigyan siya ng pagkakataon, para malaman ka ng bayan, hindi siya ba talaga ikarapat-dapat na
David also says Guo is confident to win the election once she runs as mayor, since there are many people pushing for her to run. David further says Guo has not met any of her constituents in Bamban since she was detained, but he adds that Guo has received plenty of sympathies from them. Meanwhile, election lawyer Romulo Macalintal previously said that Guo may still be able to file her COC for re-election without a conviction or perpetual disqualification to hold public office. The Office of the Ombudsman has already dismissed Guo as mayor of Bamban town in Tarlac province as she faces complaints for graft, qualified human trafficking, money laundering, and tax evasion.
Tapos baka naman tatakbo pa yung babae na tatakbo pa rin daw, di ba? Oh my God! Hindi dapat hindi payagan ng COMELEC. Diyan nila, because wala na yung kanyang, kinansel na yung kanyang birth certificate, right? But it's proven to be fraudulent.
Pero wala pa daw po kasing final. Wala pa pwede pa rin daw.
Dapat may gawin ng COMELEC para i-disqualify siya. She's not disqualified.
Ano na rin, sakaling may makalusot pa rin na isang Alice Guo or this coming election?
Sigurado nga ako. Sa dami-dami niyan, hindi naman kailangan mayor, malay mo, konsihal, malay mo. Kaya nga, magkaroon sana tayo ng hotline or Facebook page. Ayan, report foreign nationals who are either in the barangay level, or SBs, or SPs, or mayors, or whatever. Right? Report. Ilagay mo yung kilala mo, kapitbahay mo. Dito kailangan ng mga marites. Kaya sa kada barangay. So, para tayong investigasyon, gagawin ko yan. Ayan, si Barangay Information Network. Hanapin nyo, alam naman nyo barangay, ilang purok, ilang sityo. Pag meron dyan, marunong siya managalog, pero alam mong, lumutang lang ito nung isang taon na, or 30 years ago, pero yung mga lolo niya at lolo, wala alam nyo. So, si Barangay Information Network, importante yan. Ang local media, diba? Nagawa kayo ng Facebook page.
Guo is also being investigated by the Senate due to her links to illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators in Bamban, Tarlac. Guo is currently detained at the Pasig City Jail female dormitory. This Bamban Mayor Alice Guo's fraudulently acquired Philippine passport. According to the DFA, they immediately acted on the matter upon their receipt of the certification issued by the National Bureau of Investigation dated August 24, 2024, which states that the biometrics of Alice Guo in the passport database match the biometrics of Chinese national Guo Huaping. The DFA says the cancellation of the Philippine passport of the dismissed mayor was effective on September 30, 2024 in accordance with Section 10 of Republic Act No. 11983 or the new Philippine Passport Law. Citing Section 10 of the law, the DFA says that a passport that was fraudulently acquired, tampered with, and was issued erroneously are grounds for the denial of issuance, cancellation, or imposition of restrictions on passports. The DFA assures the public that fraudulent application and acquisition of passports are referred to law enforcement agencies for investigation and prosecution. The agency further says that they are enforcing zero-tolerance policy for unscrupulous individuals circumventing the Philippine passport application and issuance procedures. Former Vice President Leni Robredo announces that she will run as mayor of Naga City in the 2025 elections. Robredo confirms her election bid for mayor of Naga City through a post on her official social media account. Also written in the post, Robredo introduces her team slate for the elections. According to Robredo, the members of her slate were chosen through extensive consultations with Naga's residents, organizations, and sectors, who the former vice president invited to field and vet aspiring candidates in the city. Robredo adds that the candidates were evaluated based on the criteria of integrity, character, experience, and contribution to people empowerment. Moreover, Robredo says the vetting process for the candidates was a tradition that started from his late husband, Jesse Robredo, who served as Naga City Mayor. Outgoing Camarines Sur Representative Gabi Bordado will run alongside Robredo for the city's vice mayor post. The former vice president currently sits as the chairman and president of Angat Buhay Foundation, a non-government organization. The foundation was founded after she lost her presidential bid in the 2022 elections. Former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile says he knew all along that he will not be convicted in his plunder case before the Sandigan Bayan. On Friday, October 4, Sandigan Bayan Special 3rd Division acquitted Enrile, his former aide Jessica Lucila Gigi Reyes, and businesswoman Janet Napoles of plunder in relation to the pork barrel scam. Following the acquittal, Enrile expresses his gratitude to the magistrates for their decision. Enrile says he knew all along that he will be acquitted from the case because he didn't do anything wrong. Furthermore, Enrile says he is hoping that the people who filed cases against him will examine their conscience. Reyes refused to comment on the anti-graft court's decision, while Napoles gave thanks to those who prayed for her. The court's decision that cleared Enrile, Reyes, and Napoles from plunder stemmed from cases connected to the misuse of the Priority Development Assistance Fund, or popularly known as Pork Barrel Fund, which broke out in 2013. The decision came after the court granted the demurrer to evidence filed by Enrile. The ombudsman filed plunder complaints against Enrile, Reyes, Napoles, Ronald Lim, and John Raymond de Asis on June 5, 2014. Leaders from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the Republic of China are expected to discuss issues on the West Philippine Sea in the 44th and 45th ASEAN Summits in Laos next week. In a press briefing on Friday, October 4, Department of Foreign Affairs Assistant Secretary Daniel Espiritu says the ASEAN leaders and Chinese Prime Minister Li Qiang are scheduled to attend ASEAN-China Summit set on October 10, 2024. According to Espiritu, United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken will represent U.S. President Joe Biden, while Prime Minister Li will attend on behalf of Chinese President Xi Jinping. During the briefing, Espiritu was asked whether the issue on the West Philippine Sea will be brought up in the summit. Espiritu responds,
"Of course, definitely. The president always champions that issue in all of the summits from the very start. So recent developments, but I won't go into the details of that."
President Bongbong Marcos is set to embark on the ASEAN Summits from October 8 to 11, 2024. According to Espiritu, the president will also meet with the members of the Filipino community in Laos before his formal engagement starts. The Department of Foreign Affairs previously said that the Philippines and China had agreed to continue discussions on areas of cooperation concerning the West Philippine Sea. Inflation in September fell sharply to its lowest rate in more than 4 years, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. Preliminary data from the agency show the consumer price index low to 1.9% year-on-year in September, easing from 3.3% in August 2024. This was also lower than the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas' projection of 2 to 2.8% from the previous month. According to the PSA, the easing of inflation rate this September was driven by a slower rise in costs for food, transport, housing, and utilities like water and electricity. Inflation print in September marked the slowest growth in more than 4 years, or since the 1.6% logged in May 2020.